Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. As always, I want to first thing start off with saying thank you all for checking this video out. I've really been appreciating the support. It's been great. We've been getting a lot of good feedback. That's really motivating me to keep going and to keep making more videos and just sharing kind of how I'm, navigating the hobby and getting back into things and building my base for my collection. So just to start things off, as you can see, I got the Sacramento Kings lineup here in the background. Really excited to see the NBA get back at some point. I don't know when that would be, but hopefully soon, so I can get back to going to some games and watching games on TV and all that fun stuff. So yeah, hoping for that for sure. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about kind of how to get involved with the Hall of Famers that are out there, that are still playing and still in the league, but prices are kind of out of most of our ranges. So when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about like LeBron, Steph Curry, Kawhi Leonard, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, guys who like very clearly are gonna have amazing careers. Their careers are pretty much solidified. Like, these guys are going to the Hall of Fame for sure. You'd have to really come up with a good argument to convince me that all of those guys aren't going to the Hall of Fame, because I think they all will be in the Hall of Fame. Multiple championships, really incredible legacies. So all these guys are up there as far as people that you want to invest in the hobby. But if you look at their rookie cards are really just out of a lot of our price ranges, to be honest. Like, out of my price range for sure. I'm not really interested in paying $300, $400, $500, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 for cards. That's not really it's not realistic for me, and it really isn't fun to me. I don't want to spend a bunch of money on one card and then sit and look at it. I like to have a bunch of cards that I can look at and go through and decide if I want to sell or buy more. Like, I'm really into that part of the hobby. So I like to spread things out a little bit. So obviously, I'm not going to go out and buy a LeBron rookie. I'm not going to go out and buy a Steph or a Kawhi or a Giannis rookie. So I've been thinking of kind of creative ways to get into those markets without having to spend a bunch of money and buy the rookies. And one way that I've come up with is to buy parallels and number cards of these players. So I have a stack of cards here that are kind of an example of what I'm talking about. So they're mostly like parallels from popular sets, or some cool inserts or numbered cards of these players. So I'll go ahead and jump into these cards here and kind of show you what I have so far, what I've been buying, and what I'm kind of looking to get more of, because I think it's kind of a cool way to get into these players' markets. These cards aren't crazy expensive, but I do think that eventually over time all these cards will be worth some money. A good example would be like Jordan cards. Like, if you have a Jordan card, it almost doesn't even matter what the card is or what year it is. If it has Jordan on the card, it's probably worth a little bit of money, And then if you start to look at some of the inserts and some of the cards that were kind of overlooked back in the day, now they're worth a good amount of money because they're Jordan and because he's a legend and because he's a Hall of Famer. So that's the same idea. I think especially LeBron, and as these other players kind of develop throughout their careers, I think they'll be in that same kind of stratosphere where, like, it doesn't even matter what the card is. If it has one of these guys on it, it's going to be worth some money. An interesting example as well would be like the kind of the phenomenon with the LeBron rookie. I think it's 2013, or not the LeBron rookie, I'm sorry, the LeBron 2013-14 Prism card where he's on the Miami Heat. I think it's just because of the fact that it's his first Prism card. Like, that card is going crazy right now. Like, the value of that thing is going nuts, and it's just a regular base Prism card, but it's a LeBron card. And with these things, you just never know. So you want to kind of pick these things up and hold on to them, because you never know what's going to happen with these cards. So I'll go ahead and get into what I have here. So as you can see, like, this is a Panini Threads Dazzle LeBron. I don't think it's numbered, but it's a cool just LeBron card, It's one of his first cards with him in a Lakers uniform, so that's cool for sure. Here's another just LeBron. Here's a 2 optic base cards here. Yeah, I like these. You never know with LeBron's base, like, what's gonna happen. A perfect example would be the Prism card that just blew up. Like, you just don't know. And here's a Contenders front row seat. I just personally, I really like these cards. I think they're really cool, and it's dope to have. So yeah, that's one of them. And I have another one. This is like a frequent flyer. So this is just obviously just an insert from Hoops. Not a lot of value, but it is a holo, and it is a LeBron. So like, obviously, once he retires and stuff, the value for these things is gonna go up. I think so. So I'm holding on to those LeBron cards there. And then Giannis is another player too who I think will be a Hall of Famer and will have like an incredible legacy. So I am currently just picking up these parallels. So these are like optic, the pink parallel, the purple here. Here's a Threads Dazzle. It's got the pink Dazzle on it. I think this one is numbered if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's really hard to see, but it is numbered to, whoa. It's really hard to see, but it's numbered to 75. So this is number 31 of 75. So these are really cool cards to have of Giannis. And that's the kind of stuff that I'm always looking for with Giannis. And then Kawhi is another guy too. I don't think this is numbered, but just a cool parallel. And then I don't know what this is, the Blue Blast. I can't remember what these are called, from Optic. I got this one off of eBay for really, really cheap. I think I got this for like $1 or something like that. I think these are going to be like sleeper cards. And this is a Prism Silver that I got for really cheap on eBay as well. So, and then Steph is another guy too. I've been grabbing, I don't know why I've been getting so many greens, Prism parallels of Steph, but I keep finding them for cheap. I think people undervalue these green prisms. I read somewhere that these are actually more rare than the silver prisms. Like there's less of these out there than the silver prisms. So people are definitely undervaluing these green ones. At least I think they are. So these are really cool. So I've been able to grab some of these for pretty cheap. And then I love these from Hoops, these turquoise blast cards. A really cool one of Steph here. So yeah, that's just kind of my solution to being priced out of a particular market. Like I see a lot of people kind of upset with the hobby and complaining about prices and kind of moving away from it because of the prices, but there's always other options. There's other ways to go, other routes. And this is just the route that I'm going down. I really like these players. I like their careers and their legacies, and I think their value is going to continue to grow. They're really, really safe bets. And these cards are so cheap to get right now. And why not grab them? Yeah, so that kind of wraps up the video there. Hopefully this information was valuable and can help you guys navigate this crazy hobby. So again, as always, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Any kind of feedback, I really appreciate that. So thank you.